So I've been going barefoot everywhere in the city, disgusting Toronto streets. I don't care that cars are dripping motor oil, I just soak it up. I run on 50% motor oil now from my feet absorption. I don't mind. The energy, people are laughing at me, they're questioning it, they're giggling to themselves, but I will never stop. I almost killed myself yesterday, but we'll get into that. And this is why I'm barefoot right now and always forever.
He's walking somewhere.
Okay, before I tell you about possibly the most painful thing that's ever happened to me while going barefoot and why that didn't deter me, we are having a Q-Link sale 2 for 1. The time is now, my friend. Why do I wear one, you ask? Well, let me tell you. It's copper. It's neat. I feel better out here wearing it. Don't skip this. Don't skip ahead. No, if I see like, oh, most popular point is 1 minute from now where everyone skipped this. No. So you can buy 5, get 5 free. It's the craziest deal, the best gift ever. I just will never leave. There's a lot of things that come and go. The purple plates, there's not one on me now. I don't feel anything from it, but this gives me something. It gives me peace. I don't know how it works, but it's a copper thing. And it's in my pocket always, and I feel better, and you can have one too, if you should so choose. Okay, so the other day, I'm walking to the bank, it's raining, it's cold. You know how when you're cold, your hands, like anything just hurts so much more? Like it's winter, it's like, oh man, if I had to punch something, like I would die right now, just a little ow. Just the cold, for whatever reason, makes everything hurt so much more. I'm walking in the rain barefoot. It's cold and it's not feeling good at all. There's rocks. I'm just like, whatever, you'll get tougher soon, just keep going. And I get to the street. There was too much going on. A lot was happening. There was a big puddle. So I was like, okay, gotta avoid that. Then there's this woman walking towards me. She's smiling, looking at me. It's like, yeah, she probably notices I'm barefoot. Okay, woman coming, puddle. I slipped. The right foot slid a bit. For some reason, my stupid body decided to compensate with my left leg. Oh no, I'm falling. Don't worry, I'll save the day, left leg, by kicking the cement as hard as it could with my toe. It was so painful. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it just stubbed my toe on the cement, but the cold just made it 10 times worse. It was so painful. I'm just like walking away in shame. I'm like, oh, that hurt. Oh, and I look down and like toenails like cracked, and now it's a huge bruise. It's purple. I thought maybe something's broken, but I'm never broken by anything in life. Hopefully, knock on wood. So like I'm surviving, and it doesn't hurt that much unless I put pressure on it, but that's the risk of going barefoot. It's scary. And anything could happen. I'm always looking for glass. I'm never like just walking fast and staring straight ahead. Like it's kind of annoying. Like I'm always paranoid, basically. Don't step on anything sharp. But it feels so good, especially with a Q-Link in your pocket. Just the energy you get from grounding is different. It's like we're bombarded with Wi-Fi, cell towers, 5G. Is there one? I don't see one, but there's whenever you don't see one, there's 2 at least looking at you. So it's like all these energies we feel, don't pretend we're not affected. We're frequency beings. All you with your Bluetooth, your phone. My phone is far away from me. Never have it on your body. You're crazy. So like you're grounded, it just dissipates all that energy into the earth, and you suck up earth energy in a hippie-like fashion. It just feels good. You feel it immediately, and it's like you're on a beach vacation. Even in the city, it feels good. On the cement, it still works. You don't have to be on grass. The cement works. I almost gave up after stubbing my toe, but right the next day, I was like, you know what? Let's take it off, let's go. And I did it, and I felt like it healed me even faster. So it's like, just be careful, don't just do it. Don't say, I'm gonna take it off. Like I stepped on a bee once. Like you gotta be on point and look for everything. Don't step in a puddle of grease that a car dropped. Like, come on, common sense here. But for the most part, you're good to go. And then when you get home, you wash your feet at the bottom because they're black hell. And it's like you move on with your life, but the only thing you're gonna face is potential for glass. But if you're aware and ask God for protection, because you're not always gonna be aware, that's the thing. So you need Him looking out for you as well. And once He does, like, you're pretty good to go. I've had a couple narrow misses and I'm like, oh, thank you, my Lord. Like, you guided me, a little misstep there. And the only real thing is people are gonna stare at you and just talk amongst themselves. Like, what the hell is, look at that. Just the other day, I was walking down a busy street on Danforth and there was like teenagers behind me and they started laughing and they're like, oh my God, look at that. And I'm like, I know you're talking about me. I'm like, you see that? Oh man. And then he said, I could never go barefoot. That's when I knew they were talking about me. And I turned around and I was like, it's grounding. And then the woman was interested. She was like, what's that all about? It's like, it's the energy. You feel it. It's just, it feels good. You get energy from the earth and, like, you know, the energy from your smartphone is, and she was like, the hell is he talking about? But I was like, you should try it sometime. And she seemed interested, and I guarantee you she will try it and she will feel it. And then you're grounded. You're good to go. It's just, it's the way we were meant to be. It's just a slower way of life. That's what I find. Like, you can't go very fast and far. Obviously, you'd get shoes and it's like, oh, wow, now we're moving. Now we're traveling through forests, and there's a lot of spots that just hurt, but I imagine your toes and soles will toughen up over time and then you're good to go. You're just like walking through glass, looking for glass as a challenge of some sort. There's the people who walk on hot coals, barefooters. They are the only ones who survive that. But just be prepared to be made fun of. People are gonna look, they're gonna point, they're gonna take pictures. Oh my God, what is he doing? When you're the calm one, I picture these people coming up to me like, the hell are you doing, man? Barefoot, there's glass everywhere. And my response would be, well, sir, I find it calms me down. Not that you need that. I'll probably just run away and never get that out properly. I'd be like, it's calming, you need it. But I feel like it connects us to the earth, and we need all the help we can get. I don't care who you are. My fiance treats people. It's much harder to heal everybody. I remember Dr. Morse saying that years ago. It's like fruit used to heal everyone. Now it's like I need herbs, I need fasting, I need all this stuff. And I'm carnivore, like I feel great, but there's still some tweaks with the digestion. Things are off and the forehead rash comes and goes, and it's like, you gotta work at it. And so grounding's just one tool in the basket of hippie basket life protocols. You're definitely gonna benefit in some way. Even if you just go out to your backyard or a park, you walk to a park with shoes if you're a newbie, and then you take your shoes off, then boom, you're planted, and you're a plant. And a vegan might kill you, and he wouldn't even feel bad about it. That's how bad they are. And I'm not a huge fan of the electronic plug-in devices that you have your grounding pad at home and it's plugged into the grounding outlet. I just feel something's off with it, and you have to know for sure that you're not getting this dirty electricity back, because in my other apartment, I felt something wrong. Immediately when I stepped on, I was like, I feel something. It was like bad electricity. I was getting electrocuted. It was bad news. And then the one in my apartment now, I don't know that I feel anything from it, and I do not trust it. So it's like, you're not grounded. If you have one, get a spike and a long cord. So you're spiked into the ground with metal, and then that cord goes into your bed sheets or something. Then you're actually in the ground. But there's levels to grounding. There's that stuff, and then going out, maybe you just occasionally, you're in a park, okay, you ground for a bit every day if you can. Then there's like going barefoot life, where you just, sometimes you bring shoes with you in case something happens, but you're mostly barefoot all the time. It's just, in stores, it gets weird. I've done it, but they wash their floors with chemicals and shit, so avoid going in the store. Just put the sandals on for the store and then you're good to go. The next level beyond that would be doing it in the winter somehow. I don't even want to try that because there's salt everywhere. Imagine how hard that would feel. Just the cold, you're sensitive, and then all these big chunks of salt and it's like dehydrating your foot. That's tough news. So it sucks living in Canada, but when it's time and it's even remotely warm, like 7 degrees, I can do it. It's cold, and then you're sensitive, and don't stub your toe like I did. But like for the most part, you're pretty good to happy go. So do it as much as you can. Be safe. You're wiggling a lot in the wind. Oh, you're silly. You like to dance, don't you? Do you ground? Let me know down below. After you thumb up the video, of course. You could thumb it down if you prefer only grounding to electric scooters. That's the one time you might want to not ground. Little rubber insulation protection from this electromagnetic device. I've thought of that. If I got like barefoot shoes that actually ground with the copper piece, I would not wear those on an electric scooter. You don't want to be absorbing that. You're ridiculous. I'll leave. How you doing? You grounding right now? You're in an apartment. Doesn't work. I wish my home was grounded. That would be the ultimate thing. Your ground floor was just... I go barefoot in my apartment, but it does nothing except widen my feet. I'll leave. How you doing? Subscribing for me, but I say that.